Today in Taipei, the skies may be gray, but the news is anything but dull. Evacuations in Hualien, rain disruptions down south, flood control calls in Tainan, a boost to reservoir levels, and a major court ruling that closes a painful chapter. I'm Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report with Dean Bark in Taipei. Let's open with the big one. Authorities evacuated 200 residents in Hualien today as a barrier lake on the Wanli River threatened to overflow. A barrier lake is a pool that forms when landslides or debris block a river. This one sits more than 1,000 meters up and roughly 20 kilometers from Wanrong Township. Since the downpours began in late June, the risk level has climbed. 3 bridges have been closed, and people from Wanrong and neighboring Fenglin were told to head to emergency centers or stay with relatives. The lake's capacity is about 6 million cubic meters, and officials warn even a 1.5 million cubic meter overflow could hit hard, especially in villages like Mingli. The lesson is written in recent history. In nearby Guangfu Township, a similar overflow killed 19 people and left 5 missing. That's a grim benchmark nobody wants to revisit. The county's early bridge closures and clear evacuation orders show they've learned from that tragedy. Call it proactive, not panicked, which is exactly what you want in a mountain rain event. Moving on, heavy rain has put the brakes on work and classes across parts of southern Taiwan. The Central Weather Administration, Taiwan's meteorological bureau, issued heavy rain advisories for 20 counties and cities. The most immediate hits: Kaohsiung City's Taoyuan district, where mountain road safety is a concern, and 6 Pingtung County townships: Donggang, Xinyuan, Nanzhou, Linbian, Kanding, and Jiadong, where flooding and road conditions pushed local officials to suspend operations. The alerts run through tomorrow with warnings for lightning, strong winds, and potential landslides. When rain forces cancellations across a region, that's not just weather, that's infrastructure being stress tested in real time. If you have to travel in the south, plan for detours and keep an ear on local advisories. The storms aren't done yet. Let's pivot to Tainan, where the mayor is looking ahead to the next storm, not just the current puddles. Huang Weiche, the mayor of Tainan, urged lawmakers to move on flood control funding after Typhoon Mekala drenched the city, more than 250 millimeters in 6 hours, even without making landfall. Mekala is the coastal storm system that flirted with Taiwan but stayed offshore. The rain still overwhelmed key drainage points. Sanye Creek, a major flood control corridor since 2010, and the Rende Detention Basin, a floodwater storage facility holding around 525,000 tons, helped keep waters in check. But city engineers say it's not enough for the kind of extreme rainfall that's becoming more common. Translation: upgrade now or pay more later. Central government support is the lever here. Without it, the big-ticket drainage and basin expansions sit on the wish list while the water rises. Ignore the spreadsheets, follow the rain maps, and the case for funding writes itself. Shifting gears, there is at least one silver lining to the recent deluge. The Zengwen Reservoir, Taiwan's largest reservoir and a critical source for irrigation and public supply, has surged from 21% earlier this month to more than 50% as of today. For scale, Zengwen can hold around 450 billion liters. Nearby Wushantou Reservoir rose as well, and Nanhua hit full capacity and overflowed, which sounds dramatic but is a controlled outcome when the spillway does its job. The Southern Water Resources Office, the agency that manages these lifelines, is still preaching prudence. With the second rice growing season around the corner, demand goes up fast, and stay-up levels matter more than a one-week spike. Bottom line, a strong mid-year recharge helps, but conservation isn't a rainy day hobby. It's a year-round habit. And now, accountability in the courts. Taiwan's Supreme Court, the nation's highest judicial body, has finalized the ruling on the 2015 New Taipei water park fire. The incident happened at Formosa Fun Coast during a Color Play Asia party, where colored powder ignited, killing 15 and injuring about 500. The court rejected appeals from the Tourism Administration, Taiwan's central tourism regulator, and the New Taipei city government, upholding their responsibility to pay 21 million new Taiwan dollars to victims' families. The justices pointed to long-term failures to address illegal facilities and lapses in supervision. Notably, the court dismissed the argument that attendees accepted the risks by showing up. That's the headline. Inspections aren't a formality, they're a duty. When oversight fails, liability follows. Well, that's one way to make sure the next inspection checklist gets a lot more thorough. Thanks for joining the City Report with Dean Bark in Taipei. Stay safe out there during the storms, keep an eye on official advisories, and we'll be back with more news tomorrow.